Hi, thank you very, very much. Can you hear me now? Thank you. So, let me start. It is all about trying to make seamless, easy collaboration possible for every business. I've got a few slides. I will rattle through them, but we've got a stand, so if you'd like to come and see the equipment, please do, because it's easier to see it as listen to this. The reason that everybody's interested and why we're in this business is because every business is finding the need to collaborate more and more, an increasing requirement. And it's basically because of all of the reasons that face every business. It's to save costs, it's to be more efficient, it's to get hold of people quicker, it's to make ad hoc meetings possible, to share information, lots and lots of really important business decisions. And if you can add great quality tools to enable those meetings to take place, you've got great meetings. And if you can add video to those traditional telephone calls, you've got full interaction. So that's the market trend. That's what everybody in the industry is gearing up for. That's what the experts in the industry are telling us is going to be more and more important. So that's why we're in our space. In the past, if you can see this, traditionally businesses used to have some large meeting rooms and a few smaller meeting spaces. That was the norm for pretty much every business. They'd always create one big meeting area that potentially everybody could go into. But the truth was, typical meeting sizes are only for about 3 or 4 people. That's the average. So these big areas are not effective, they're not efficient. So today, there is a requirement to have more flexibility, that you can actually have smaller number of the larger rooms and a lot more of these huddle room spaces. That's happening now. Lots of businesses are making that space available. And the great thing is there's lots and lots of services that allow these meeting spaces to be more effective. There's a lot of online services. We're talking about Teams today. It's a fantastic tool for people to just use easily, familiarity, or whatever that phrase is, so that you can use whatever you like to use in any meeting area. There are a lot of these spaces being available. The market trend is that it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So at the moment, the prediction is that this smaller meeting space will become the norm. It's going to surge. So we need to provide you and everybody in the industry with equipment that will allow these services to be even better when you've got a group discussion going on. And the reality is that you always need great quality sound. That's the heart of every meeting. If you've got a group discussion and the audio isn't quite right, it's not going to be effective. So that's the standard, and that's what we have built 30 years of business, enabling great quality audio. And that market has been a good market. It's growing at 15-20% a year because businesses need to collaborate. But the real trend is when you add video, and that just makes every meeting so much more human. You know, we can react. We're all being brought up these days. Well, I'm not, but a lot of people are being brought up with, you know, video-enabled devices. Everybody's using things like Instagram and, you know, your iPhones for messaging and for video. It's the same in a workspace. People like to interact. You don't need to be traveling to see people. You can just get hold of people. So that market is where a big, big boom and growth and opportunity is, and that's what we are going to provide the solutions for. And the beauty of it all is Teams really gives these kind of ad hoc meetings the great way to create every business to be really efficient. We call it bring your own meeting. It's not our phrase, that's what we call it in the industry. People can take their own device with whatever they're familiar with into any meeting room and use the service. So if you're a Teams user, go into a meeting room, open up your laptop and start a Teams meeting and have equipment around you that will allow 5, 10, 15, 20, as many people as you want to be sat around in the same meeting. It's seamless. And the idea is that it should be perfect. If we can provide the tools that make that a great experience, great quality, high definition audio, high definition video, that's easy, that we provide the pack. You don't need to go and look around for your own solutions. We can give you what size you need, what connectivity you need. So that's what we bring to the marketplace. Use the Teams environment. We can show you on our stand how we can just simply set up a meeting and everybody can have a great success. So it is all about familiarity. If this kit and these services are easy and familiar, they'll be effective. They've got to be good, they've got to be trouble-free. You need equipment that you can trust, that you don't need to be an expert to use. You can just turn up and use it simply. So it's all about being efficient, and our big challenge is to make that affordable. Give you the quality, but give you the affordability, so that if you've got a small room, you can just spend a little bit of money compared to a bigger room where you can spend a little bit more. But the idea is to give you great meetings. So we've got 2 high definition cameras that we can provide for different meeting rooms. They both are high definition. They both are USB connected. Camera 20 is our kind of huddle room solution. The key about this camera is it's got a wide angle lens. Started off with 105, we're already up to 110 and adding it wider. So for meetings where people are sat close to the front of a room or wherever the camera is positioned, you've got a really great wide-angled, high-definition lens that will pick up everybody in the room. It's got an 8K zoom, an 8 times digital zoom, so you can focus in on particular things in the meeting if you want to. It's just USB powered. It's simple. You can connect it onto a laptop, you can position it on the desk, you can install it above or below any big screen. It's very flexible, portable or semi-permanent. It's designed to be really effective. But if you wanted a bigger room solution, we have a bigger room. If you've got a room where you've got a bigger distance, even this size room, or half the distance, you can position our camera 50, again, full high definition. This is a full pan-tilt zoom, 360-degree swivel if you wanted to do it. A magnificent, that's a grand claim, a 12 times optical zoom. It really allows you to focus in and out of different, whatever you need to focus in on. And people do, you might have most of your meetings, you would like it to be positioned looking at the people in the room so that people on the far end have a great view. But if someone's doing a particular presentation, focus in on the presentation or the people. If someone's showing a particular design, focus in on the design. And it's all using the services and the software that people have, using Teams. So you've got all your screen sharing, you've got your familiarity of how you open the meetings individually. It's exactly the same in a group meeting, but we're adding the video and the audio. And regarding the audio, there's a choice. If you've got a small meeting room, we've got a small device, or we've got a mid device which will connect to your mobile phone via Bluetooth. It will connect to your desk phone if you wanted to. It can connect to your Teams meetings via USB. You can have a dedicated telephone and a Skype meeting or a Teams meeting at the same time. You can connect people on a Teams meeting with people on a telephone call. If everybody was invited into a Teams meeting, but somebody else was needed, and they weren't invited, or they didn't accept, or they were traveling, you don't need to give up the meeting. You can just dial their number, whether it's their mobile number or whether it's their desk phone, and get them onto the call and invite them in to our Teams meeting at the same time. So they join as an audio participant whilst everybody else is having a video. So you can cross-connect across different networks. So we don't want anybody to miss the chance to have that meeting as efficient and conclusive as possible. So, make it possible. I talked before about making it familiar. You bring your own meeting, but it's got to be easy to use. And if it's easy, we've all got a chance of having a successful meeting. So in any meeting room, there could be a big screen. In this room, there's several. We need powerful audio so that everybody can speak and hear and be at the same time and have a two-way conversation. And we need high-definition cameras. That's 3 things that anybody going into a room has to think about if they have to connect everything up. And that's where it starts to get difficult, because as good as we might think we are, that's a lot of things to connect. So we've simplified this, and we've tried to make this as user-friendly as possible. We've created what we call our one cable connection hub. So it's a little piece of hardware, and it's got dedicated USB ports for the audio device, for the camera, and a HDMI link for the screen. All of that is done once. It's done in advance, so that the user has one bright orange. It's the Konftel orange. I hope it doesn't offend anybody. But it's the bright orange cable, so it's an obvious cable. It's USB. That one USB cable just connects into any of our laptops, running Teams. We open up our laptop, start the Teams meeting, and all of this comes to life. So we don't need to think about connectivity. We don't need to think about, is it working, what goes where, or anything. It just is already available, and we just have one cable to make it simple. That way, if there's any IT managers in the room, you can relax. If there's any enthusiastic collaboration people, you can just get on with it. It just makes it so much easier. So that's what we call the kits. We've got hardware for the audio, we've got hardware for the video, and we've got the collaboration kit. Teams or anything else uses the service. And then it's just about getting the right package. If it's a small huddle room, we've already created a little bundle, so you could have a huddle room solution, which is the hardware, the little Lego, the camera 20, the hub, and all of the cables that you might need. Big, bright orange cable. That's a ready-made pack. So if you've got a huddle room, that's a service. You can mix and match any combination of hardware. So you can have a Cam 50 instead of a Cam 20. You could have a different device on the audio. So the choice is yours, but we've already created packs that make it easy. If you just say, this is the size of room, these are the connectivities we want. And to give you an example, if you wanted to have something slightly bigger, you'd just change out the audio device. So you'd have this kind of looking camera, Konftel 55. If you want to have the big camera, there's another pack available. You can just swap the camera for the Cam 50. If you wanted to have that hybrid functionality where I talked about, we could have a telephone connection as well as a USB. Some of them have got Bluetooth. So you've got hopefully every way to get a connection that suits you. And then the key thing about all this is that there should be something for every size of meeting room. I mentioned there's massive growth in the huddle area, and that is going to be more and more important. But there's still bigger meetings go on, so you can have potentially any size. We've got some kits set up in convention centres of hundreds of people, so they are more exceptional. But all of the kit can be expandable and grow as you need to. You can start off with audio and add video. You can add video to existing stuff. So the idea is to make it plug and play and simple to use. Use your own devices, and then it's all about affordability. If we can make a price point that everybody could afford, that gives everybody the chance to be really efficient wherever and whenever they need meetings. So you can't really see this, I guess, at the back of the room, maybe, but that little huddle room solution I talked about, for just over £400, this is a recommended price. The Black Star guys can give any of you more specific details. But you can have high definition audio and video meetings with your teams, with whatever service you use, for just over £400. It adds so much value to every meeting if you can have that great quality of collaboration. And if you want something bigger, the price gets bigger, but not massively. You just swap and change, and this gives you an idea that you can combine anything to any audio and any video. So hopefully there's a price point for everybody, there's a solution for everybody, but it's easy. We want everybody to kind of just turn up, plug in, and away you go. Use your own device, bring your own meeting, experience Teams at its best, and maybe you spend all day on Teams meetings, and good luck if you do, but maybe sometimes someone else will call you on a different service. The kit works with everything. So you could be having team meetings for internal meetings, but you might have anything, Zoom, WebEx, it doesn't matter, potentially everything. So our kind of challenge is to make it all supportable, all kind of multi-serviceable, work with anything, and make it simple. And that's what we try to do. I think the key thing is that it's not just us. I mean, it's my product, so I'm delighted and I'm proud about them. But there are experts out there that have recognised what we do. So don't just listen to me, please. Come and see the kit. It's really, really powerful, really simple, and hopefully very affordable. We've got some brand new products that we've not shown before. They're out on display today. I've not even had time to add them to the slides. So please come and see that. That's kind of another winner of some awards that's just been announced yesterday. So everybody, we would love to have a great experience. We'd love everybody to be collaborating all day long, even when you're at home. Just do it. It's just easy. We call this get a face to voice. Just get familiar, make it simple, and have a great experience every time that you do. Please come and see us. We're just around the corner next to Blackstar, and let's get together. Thank you very much.